Welcome back to the Learn English with Fun podcast. Today we've got something really exciting, pronunciation. Now I know what you're thinking. Pronunciation? Alex, have you lost your mind? Well, yes, I have, but that's not the point.
Exactly. Pronunciation doesn't have to be boring, confusing, or something that makes you want to pull your hair out. We're going to make it easy to understand and, dare I say, fun.
That's right, because if we can't make you laugh while learning how to pronounce the word comfortable properly, then what are we even doing here?
Exactly. So if you've ever been stuck trying to figure out how to say words like though, thought, and through, you're in the right place. Today we'll show you how to master tricky words, sound more natural, and have some fun along the way.
Segment 1. Why pronunciation matters.
Let's start with the big question. Why does pronunciation even matter? Can't we just speak however we want? I mean, as long as people understand, who cares, right?
Well, kind of. If you're like me and you call your cousin your cousin and no one bats an eye, sure. But pronunciation is important because it helps people understand you more easily and feel confident speaking. And let's be honest, you don't want to accidentally say sheet when you mean, well, something else.
Yeah, that could be awkward. And sometimes tiny differences in how you say a word can change the meaning entirely. So in today's episode, we're going to help you avoid embarrassing mistakes and boost your confidence with pronunciation. Ready, Sarah?
Let's do it.
Segment 2, the vowel challenge.
Totally. But here's the good news. Mastering vowel sounds doesn't have to feel like you're solving a mystery. We've got a trick for you. Alex, ever heard of the vowel challenge?
Sounds like something I'm going to lose, but tell me more.
Okay, here's how it works. We're going to give you a word with a tricky vowel sound, and you have to say it out loud, then use it in a sentence. Don't worry, I'll go first. Here's an easy one. Cat. Say it with me. Kit.
Cat! Nailed it. And now, in a sentence, the cat ate my homework. True story, by the way.
Nice. Now it's your turn at home. Try it. Cat. If you said it right, congratulations. If not, well, just keep listening. We'll get there.
Segment 3. Tricky consonants.
All right, moving on to consonants. These are the real troublemakers. Let's talk about the th sound. It's in words like think, thanks, and my favorite, theater. But most people either say sink instead of think or zeter instead of theater. And that's okay.
Yeah, no worries. Here's the secret. To pronounce sith, pretend you're sticking your tongue out a little bit. You have permission to stick your tongue out at people. Just this once.
Yes, so try this at home. Say thank you. Not thank you, not thank you, but thank you. You got this.
And if anyone gives you weird looks while you practice, just tell them Alex and Sarah made you do it. We'll take the blame.
Segment 4. Mastering intonation.
Next up, let's talk about intonation. This is like the music of your speech. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. For example, if you say, I love pizza, it sounds normal, but if you say, I love pizza, it sounds like pizza just won the lottery.
Exactly. Your voice can go up or down depending on what you want to express. Imagine saying, really? If you say it flat, you sound bored. But if you say, really? It sounds like you just found out your friend won $1 million.
So when you're speaking English, pay attention to your tone. It can help people understand whether you're asking a question, making a statement, or just really excited about pizza.
Let's practice. Repeat after me. Really? Now try it in a flat voice. Really? Feel the difference? Now try it with excitement. Really? Great. You just learned the art of intonation.
Segment 5. The power of pausing.
Here's a tip that's going to change everything. Pausing. Pausing while speaking is like taking a deep breath. It helps your listeners understand better, and it makes you sound more confident.
Yeah, when I first started learning how to speak clearly, I would just rush through my words like I was in a race. And guess what? No one understood a word I was saying.
Same here. When you pause between words or sentences, it gives people time to process what you're saying. Plus, you look super cool and confident, like you know exactly what you're doing.
Let's practice that right now. Say a simple sentence like I like pizza. Now pause between the words I like pizza. See how much more powerful that sounds?
Segment 6. Tongue twisters. Let's have some fun.
Now it's time for my favorite part, tongue twisters. These are great for improving your pronunciation, and they're super fun too. Ready, Sarah?
Bring it on! I love tongue twisters. Let's do a classic. She sells seashells by the seashore. Say that 3 times fast.
She sells seashells by the I give up.
It's hard, right? but that's why it's so good for your pronunciation practice. It forces you to focus on each sound. Now you try it at home. She sells seashells by the seashore. If you nailed it, give yourself a high five.
Or if you didn't, don't worry. Keep practicing. That's the fun of it.
Segment 7. Common pronunciation mistakes.
Now let's talk about some common pronunciation mistakes. One of the biggest ones is mixing up oleander. This happens a lot with words like alight and right.
Yeah, so here's a tip. When you say alight, your tongue should touch the top of your mouth. But when you say right, your tongue stays lower. Try it out. Light, right. Feel the difference?
Exactly. And here's another one. Words that end in ed. So many people say worked ed or talk ed, but the ed at the end is usually silent. Just say worked or talked. Simple, right?
Yep. And once you master these little tricks, you'll sound so much more natural. Trust us, it's easier than it sounds.
Segment 8. Pronunciation games.
Okay, last but not least, let's talk about pronunciation games. One of my favorites is a game where you take turns saying difficult words. If you mess up, you lose. It's fun and it really helps.
Let's try it. I'll go first. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Okay, I lose already. But seriously, playing pronunciation games with friends or even online is a great way to practice without getting bored.
All right, that was a ton of fun. We hope you enjoyed learning how to improve your pronunciation and that you had a few laughs along the way.
Remember, the key to mastering pronunciation is practice. And don't forget to have fun while doing it. If you keep it light and playful, you'll learn much faster, and it won't feel like a chore.
Exactly. So try out the vowel challenge, practice those tricky consonants, and don't forget to play around with your intonation. And if you really want to level up, challenge your friends to a tongue twister battle. Just don't blame us if you get tongue-tied.
Yeah, tongue twisters can be brutal, but they're awesome for improving your pronunciation. Keep practicing and remember that every little step counts. You'll be surprised how quickly you improve if you stick with it.
And hey, don't be afraid to make mistakes. I mean, we make them all the time.
Oh, absolutely. You should have heard Alex earlier trying to say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It was a train wreck.
Hey, I was close. But seriously, mistakes are part of the learning process, so embrace them.
Segment 9. Putting it all together.
Now, let's take everything we've talked about and put it all together. I want you to say a full sentence using everything you've learned. Vowel sounds, consonants, intonation, and a little bit of that confidence-boosting pause.
Okay, here's an example sentence. I really like learning English, especially when it's fun. Now let's break it down. Say it with me, but this time, think about each word.
First, the A, keep it short and sweet. Then really, let your voice go up to show excitement. Like learning English, pause after like, to let the sentence breathe. Finally, especially when it's fun, use your intonation to make it sound like you're having a good time. Which you are, right?
Of course. Now you try. Repeat after us. I really like learning English, especially when it's fun. Nailed it. Doesn't it feel so much better when you focus on pronunciation?
And that's the beauty of it. When you pay attention to how you say things, it makes a huge difference. You sound more confident, and people understand you better.
Segment 10. Final tips for practice.
Before we wrap up, let's give you some final tips for practicing pronunciation on your own.
Tip number 1, record yourself. This is one of the best ways to hear how you sound. Just grab your phone, record yourself speaking, and then listen back. It might feel weird at first, but it'll help you hear what you're doing well and what you need to work on.
Tip number 2, watch TV shows or movies in English with subtitles. Not only is this fun, but you'll also hear how native speakers pronounce words. Try repeating after them to match their tone and rhythm.
Tip number 3, don't rush. Like we said before, taking your time and pausing between words is key. It makes you sound more confident, and it helps your listeners keep up with you.
And finally, tip number 4, practice with a friend. If you can, find someone to practice English with. You'll be able to help each other out, correct each other, and you'll learn faster together. Plus, it's always more fun with a buddy.
All right, that's a wrap on today's episode. We hope you've learned a lot about pronunciation, and more importantly, we hope you had fun. Remember, learning English doesn't have to be boring or stressful. Keep practicing, enjoy the process, and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Yeah, the more you practice, the better you'll get. And if you ever feel stuck, just come back and listen to this episode again, or challenge yourself to a new tongue twister. Speaking of which, let's end with one more tongue twister for the road. Ready, Sarah?
Let's do it. Okay, try this one. How can a clam cram in a clean cream can? Your turn, Alex.
How can a clam in a clean... Oh no, I'm done.
Don't worry, you'll get it one day. And for everyone listening, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and hit the bell so you never miss an episode. We've got plenty more fun lessons coming your way.
Oh, that's right. And feel free to drop a comment below if there's a specific topic you'd like us to cover in the next episode. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep practicing, keep having fun, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, everyone.